The WWE has had a so-so year in 2017. Started off pretty good. Royal Rumble was not as good as 2016, but still solid. And then the build WrestleMania was good. WrestleMania 33 was a lot better than WrestleMania 32. And then the show, well, mainly SmackDown, took a big dip in quality after the Superstars shakeup. And recently with the atrocious pay-per-view of Battleground, it has led to a lot of fans been leaving their thoughts on the biggest issues they have with the current WWE product. This video is more of a video response to my friend Robbie1Kenobi, who just recently did a video on his current issues with the WWE product, and his video was a response to Dalyxman's video talking about how his fandom's been dying in 2017. So I'm going to pretty much express, the biggest issue I see with the WWE product, wrapping pretty much like everything that both Dalyxman and Robbie talked about. Now here's the thing. I know I'm not really the best WWE fan to listen to, since I only watched the product for 4 years. I started watching in 2013. I've seen some stuff on network, but I haven't gone that back far in depth to really soak in what it was like watching the Attitude Era. Like guys like Robbie1Kenobi or Dalyxman or BSP Wrestling, Daniel Gaiza, Saul Monster, Ultrasound, like those guys who have been watching the product for a long time and have higher expectations. Me, they're not as high. But, after, getting to know a lot more people who are involved with watching WWE and, just seeing their expectations, and the issue they're having with the product, such as, characters not changing at the right time, or, shoving others down our throats, or burying superstars that have all this talent and want to see new stars being built. Or when it's like a time like now where we feel like that, WWE is trying to sabotage SmackDown because they want Raw to be their superior show. Or there's been Road Dogg is being thrown into the head writer position on SmackDown, demoting Ryan Ward down to just another writer, and Road Dogg's a head writer, and he's being stubborn on about people's opinions. And the WWE seems pretty stubborn about the fans' opinions, and they blame us fans, as Dalyxman talked about. I'd like to share a little quote that CM Punk said in his podcast when he was talking about the reasons why he left WWE. The WWE doesn't do anything to protect the wrestlers. They do things to protect themselves. Let me repeat that one more time. The WWE doesn't do anything to protect the wrestlers. They do things to protect themselves. What really makes me think about, when I hear that quote, what makes me think about is, today, a lot of people are out in the world making money, of course, because that's how you make a living. You make money. But some people are looking for a job not just because of money. Like someone like me. It's I want to make money. I want to make a living. I want to have a family someday. But I want to make sure I'm making money by doing something I enjoy. And not just going somewhere just for the money and just being miserable all the time. The WWE has wrestlers who expressed that they weren't happy, like Cody Rhodes or Ryback or Alberto Del Rio or I'm trying to think of another one here. I don't know. Like people like that who've shown WWE, they don't need the WWE to get over and to be the best they can. They can go to somewhere else. New Japan Pro Wrestling, TNA, or GFW, whatever it's called now, even though that I never watched it. I know the show sucks. Ring of Honor, they can go to other promotions to get more over and to get the success they've been looking for in WWE, and making WWE want to bring them back and pay them all this money to be the guy that they know that they are, or the woman who they know that they are, the women's wrestler, whatever you want to say that is. Hearing Robbie and Dalyxman and any other YouTuber express their recent frustrations with WWE, characters not being changed, like someone needs to turn face isn't turning face, someone needs to turn heel is being turned heel. Wrestlers who are being underutilized, some wrestlers are being overpushed. And of course, the biggest thing also, as I probably said before, is WWE just blaming the fans, saying that if you don't like what we have, too bad. Makes me think of a couple months ago when it was announced that the WWE, there was that interview with Paul Heyman and JBL about how they expressed the issue of fans complaining that Raw needs to go back to 2 hours, not 3 hours. And JBL was saying stuff about how Raw makes $173 million for being 3-hour show weekly, or whatever the heck, however long it is. It made something that fans can stop complaining, blah blah blah, all that stuff. That interview really made me lose a lot more respect for WWE, and it made me show, because here's the thing, as I keep saying before, like if you're part of like an organization or a business, if I personally was viewed as a dollar sign, I wouldn't want to be there. I am there because I want to feel like I am part of what's going on there. And the WWE sees so that they're making all this money. Either way, whether they have good shows or bad shows, people are still watching. That's why they're stooping down this low, in my opinion, that they're bringing back all these part-timers, because they know if they advertise that this person's going to be on Raw, people are going to watch it. Goldberg. They'll say Shawn Michaels is coming to Raw. People will come back. Brock Lesnar is going to be there. And there's fans that, I don't want to say that we fall for it, but it's like, we watch it and we have a voice. And we're voicing our opinion, like saying, hey, you can't keep, bringing back these part-timers. We want to see new stars being built. We want to see something fresh. And you're just going to just put on, half-effort shows or just atrocious shows like Battleground, or, as something personally I notice sometimes, is sometimes some of these segments that are poorly scripted, which, as we always keep saying, get rid of scripted promos. It doesn't sound like them. It sounds like Vince trying to, tell us a message through another wrestler. Prime example, 2015, when Roman Reigns won the Royal Rumble. Like, we knew Roman was going to win the Royal Rumble, and no one was going to be happy about it. And everybody wanted to see Daniel Bryan win the Royal Rumble and get, his WWE Championship back that he never lost. And then, of course, they made Daniel look like a complete joke. Way before Roman even got in the Rumble, they have this match at Fastlane, a decent match between Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan. The winner would face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 31. Roman won. The next night on Raw, Daniel Bryan comes out pretty much saying stuff like, I wasn't pleased. I was like, boo, boo, Roman won the Rumble. Like, I should have been in that spot. And I stepped up and took advantage, blah, blah, blah. But I gained respect from you for winning. Congratulations. And I'm going to be feeling really excited tonight. The tag with Roman Reigns in our 5-on-2 handicap match, or whatever the heck kind of match they had that night. I remember. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, that was all Vince. You can tell, that was not Daniel Bryan. That was all Vince. That's Vince using Daniel Bryan to pretty much say, hey, even your guy that you want to win is accepting that Roman Reigns is that good. Well, here's the thing. We all know Roman Reigns is a good wrestler. I know Roman Reigns is a good wrestler. I still have his shirt upstairs that I bought right before his terrible push started, because I was getting invested in Roman Reigns. But then they started over-pushing him, shoving him down our throats, not having any good booking at all for him at all, and now people want to see him lose and turn heel. But they're not going to do that because the WWE has nothing to lose. They can do whatever they want, but they're still going to get the money that they're going to get. That's why, to me, the WWE was more turned into Vince McMahon's playground. Because Vince has a vision, and if people don't like it, he doesn't care, because it's what he sees and it's what he wants to happen. He knows that he can do any of that stuff without losing anything. Viewership, though, has gone down, though, the past few years for, like, Raw. SmackDown's been consistent, but SmackDown's been picking up since, SmackDown Live's better than just regular SmackDown that's taped on Tuesday nights. But you wonder, in 2019, when their contract expires with the USA Network, if their ratings continue to dip down, Will that be the factor that finally bites them in the leg and says, "Hey, you need to shape up here, or else we're not going to be signing another deal to host your show again on our network station." It's like, if the WWE knows they have nothing to lose, they're going to do whatever they want to just to for Vince McMahon's own sake, to enjoy themselves and the writers. They're not going to try that hard if they know that they're still getting what they need, and that's the money. That pretty much just sums up everything that everybody has said. Why do all these things happen? Why do Roman Reigns continue to get this big push and they refuse to turn him heel? Why did they continue to do bad booking? Why do they just throw guys like Jinder Mahal all of a sudden into the title picture after being a jobber for how long? All the usual stuff that fans are upset about. Why is Raw still 3 hours, not go back to 2? 3 is too many hours. The WWE's not going to do anything about it as if they're still getting the money that they deserve. And that's why it is. WWE is more focusing on the numbers. Which, you got to focus. Okay, here's the thing. You got to have money to be successful in the business. But if you're this successful like the WWE and get comfortable and just start putting not even half the effort into it, that's when fans are going to start being unhappy. And it's unfortunate to see, guys like, Robbie1Kenobi or Dalyxman or anybody else who's losing interest in the product. And they've been interested in this product for how many years now? And this is the thanks that they get. Put on an inconsistent product. What are your thoughts on this? What do you think the current issue is for most fans with the WWE? Leave your thoughts down in the comments section. A video response, like this video, subscribe for more content on this channel. I'll leave the links to Robbie1Kenobi's video and the Dalyxman's video as well in the description down below. Again, just stay tuned for any more content on this channel. And with that, guys, I will see you all later. Have a good night.